Hey everyone, Gerasimov here from Team Purple Haze. Today I got top 16 in the Bulgarian National Championship. I was 7th after Swiss, with my only loss being to Malice. So we can just go to the deck profile. Starting off with the blue ice ratios, nothing too interesting. Triple Sage, Triple Maiden, 2 of the card itself. It's not bad if you draw it as the only brick in your hand. It's really bad when the bricks just start compounding in the hands. Triple Wishes. And for the rest of the blue ice cards, standard 1 Majesty, Mausoleum, Roar, and True Light. Pretty self-explanatory. I've seen some people cut this down to 2. You can't really afford that as the deck struggles with consistency sometimes. So usually just outside the third one going second. Everything else just has to stay the same. Moving on to the Primite part of the deck. Again, super standard triple barrel, triple load, and double drill beam. Maybe this is the only interesting part of the deck. I chose to play 2 at the last moment because it's really good hard drawing this going second, because usually you're gonna draw one of the bricks anyway, so might as well just use it to reveal it off of drill beam. It's also nice if you just draw it and no Primite engine, because it's still an interruption by itself and it catches people off guard as well. Moving on to the non-engine of the deck, there's a pretty good part of non-engine inside of here. Triple Ash, this is almost mandatory right now because of all the Mocharmies going around. Triple Full decided to main deck this because usually if you go second against Malice or Mitsurugi, you don't draw a Charmy, you're most likely going to lose the game. Triple Draw and Lock because, as it turns out, Raizio Mitsurugi is the best deck of the format, especially here as well. So I decided to just main deck this. They have lines around it, but it just severely cripples them, so it was pretty good throughout the tournament. Triple Imperm, standard, pretty good card to draw off the top of your decks for a 6th card, so wouldn't change it. Also turns on your purges to be able to destroy. Mixed feelings about this card. It's really good when it gets to remove a body off of the field. Usually you just need it to answer dual drive. It's also good against Saji, so it comes up. You can also use it to get the Malice names, namely White Binder, stuck in the banish, because you can purge the effect since it includes to draw a card. Overall, standard. 2 Bell. Cut this down to 2 because it's really nice, but you usually have to pair it with something else. It's nice because this deck has some issues with White Binder banishing your graveyard, so you can use it to stop her. I wouldn't really use it on GWC because they have hair and all the other stuff to trigger Binder. It's also good against Mitsurugi. You can always Veil Prayers. Overall, a solid hand trap. 1 Veiler. This is more or less searchable throughout the combo. You can also use it as level 1 Light Tuner. The last 2 cards are Magnamut and Call By. The deck is 42 cards. You can technically cut these off to go down to 40. I just wouldn't advise it because, like I said, you have a good amount of cards that are not necessarily bricks, but you don't want to see them. So just bumping it up to a bit more than 40 seemed to work pretty well for me. Moving on to the extra deck. Nothing too interesting there as well. Starting off with the standard 2 Spirit. You don't really need a third one. You can always recycle this with Magnamut. And also, usually what I like to do is, since Magnamut doesn't really have any good target system from the deck, I usually just recycle the spheres, so it allows you to play just one. This is also one of the main forms of spot removal that you're gonna have, apart from Drill Beam, because the deck kind of struggles sometimes to remove too many bodies off the field, or cards in general, if they're not being able to just go over and run them over with Tyrant. So recycling this is pretty nice. Lina, this is really nice because in the mirror you can steal pretty much anything. It can steal Detonator and then you get the attached to it and you have the interruption. When it dies you can search off Maiden, which is nice. And also SP because we play Lina. Doesn't really come up, but it's nice to have it since, like I said, the deck struggles sometimes with spot removal. It's for the Synchros. Double Spirit. You have to play 2 of this, even though we're not playing the Crimson Dragon package. one ultimate, self-explanatory. One Azure Ice. This card was surprisingly good today. Played against the Fire King and Mitsurugi Raizio. This card's insane against Fire King because it also lingers for the next turn, so it just allows you to go into Tyrant, nuke their board. Even if the Fire King stuff keeps on floating, you just keep beating it over with Tyrant. It's really nice. It also has the added benefit it can special summon vanilla in standby. One of the new additions to the deck, it allows you to have easy access to an OTK if you have Spirit on board and unused True Light. It's a direct OTK because you attack with Spirit, you attack with Blue Eyes, tag out the Spirit into this, it's more than 8k. Lightstorm, self-explanatory. Playing double Tyrant. This is mainly here, I guess, because of the random Kashtira Unicorns, but also sometimes you're not able to kill them when you're making Tyrant, so you're just making Tyrant to reset either of your traps. Then you pass over, and then you make the second one where you're actually going for game afterwards. Engine requirement, more or less. Typhon is really nice against this deck because you have a lot of stuff that you can actually do after making Typhon. You can use Load, you can use Maiden, you can set up your board, so making it this against Raizio if they don't have cross up is pretty good. For the side deck, again, more or less, Lancia, mandatory, you have to play this. Meows, this is more or less, it performed well this tournament. It's really good against the Life with Finsmith as well. You just need this to draw it into your Lancias. One of the surprisingly insane cards for today, Mistaken Arrest. This card is really good because when you're going first, I don't side this in for going second. I've seen some people do it. I don't think that Blue Eyes can afford not being able to search when you're breaking boards. Siding is going first is insane though, because even if your back row gets blown up, you can just change it. It doesn't matter. You can chain it on the very first search, because usually what Mitsurugi Raizio likes to do is activate prayers in draw phase. You can then chain this. The prayer doesn't resolve. And then they're stuck under the floodgate for your turn as well, so you can't really do any Mitsurugi plays on your turn as well. Really performed on this tournament. And same thing, so 2 Sales Ban, 1 Duster. This is a going second card. I pretty much never side this in going first because there's no silver bullet against the deck, so per se. Going second is really good because you can play this pretty much at any point in time in your turn. So your opponent can usually let go some of your plays because they think they have an interruption like Caesar or something. And then in reality they let some stuff go through, then you play Sales Ban, declare whatever's left on the field, and it leaves them in an awkward spot. This is also the only card that actually deals with Detonator, which this deck struggles against. So really good. Only playing 2 because of siding patterns, so I decided to play the third Duster over the third Sales Ban. And yeah, it's pretty nice. And the only going first card that we're playing up alongside Mistaken Arrest is Solemn Judgment. And yep, that's pretty much it for the deck. Shout out to my teammate from Purple Haze, Konstantin. He didn't make it into top 16, unfortunately. Also shout out to everyone from Team Purple Haze, and shout out to my girlfriend for still tolerating me to play this game.